What the 30 days after yes, what
so I'll call you on this.
Prof, as some more can say, okro baby, me pacho all can uti. So okro baby, uti. One kasa osma.
Solo, I think so you are getting it wrong because I don't think so. In US, I will be a Huawei researcher. You personally visit everywhere. I think we can give a benefit to that one.
And some man, me say, na some more kind so na me di this question no. Na osi okọ baby a, ono akọ baby a. Na me person who say osuma of a research team a omo call out and ko ye and also ono an ko baby a say the all can one. What the 30 days after yes what
so I'll call you on this.
Prof, as some more can say okro baby a me pacho all can uti. So okro baby a uti. One kasa osma
Solo, I think so you are getting it wrong because I don't think so. In US, I will be a Huawei researcher. You personally visit everywhere. I think we can give a benefit to that one.
And some man, me say, na some more kind so na me di this question no. Na osi okọ baby a, ono akọ baby a. Na me person who say osuma of a research team a omo call out and ko ye and also ono an ko baby a say the all can one.
The presidential candidate, the preference of the 59,000 we spoke to in respect of presidential candidates. And here we can see that even though at the party level, the NDC was more popular than the NPP, at the presidential candidate level, the NPP presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, leads as the preferred presidential candidate with 38.9%. Of course, followed by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the former president, with 36.1%. In the regions that follows, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's preference is huge, or is large, is lead. We have Ahafo, Ashanti, Bono, Central, Eastern, Northeast, Western, and Western North. So, whereas in the political party level, Western North is at par, in terms of popularity of the presidential candidates, Western North marginally goes for the New Patriotic Party. So, altogether, Ahafo, Ashanti, Bono, Central, Eastern, Northeast, Western, and Western North are the contributing regions to the most. All regions are contributing, but the lead contributing regions to the preference of the NPP presidential candidate is from those regions. I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. All right. My next note is that all other presidential aspirants put together, and you can see from the table below that again they are not putting up so much show.
United States of America, a former MPP member, and at a point in time, or that is I think said the last time I checked, no Canada, Agyapong, Udinechi. Solo Bibi Abokode. Good. I have seen your write-up. You are bastardizing the report and a surveyor, Professor Sarpong Ediaba. They are now all different than the Odia Bentia Ujidi said in Newcastle a funny series.
Yo, Minya Kofi, Medasi, na Mamenfa Akonya Isunchia wotie for new afefo across the world. Now show ya we Kofu pa intina. I think say very important of Ediaba. Nampacho Professor Sarpong or a FDA so there.
I what that's also.
Prof Mechao.
Yeah.
Now Kofi answer na med address where you know. Mamen ka Professor Sarpong na bakosem kakra. No bien Professor now also acquire researcher Ghana fu nyina nji ntum.
Solo I think Nabakosem is not important. Let's address the subject.
Make a political way na make
it's still not relevant.
No, it's relevant. It's important to what we are coming to discuss. First, Kofi, Obisi or Befa Boa Atwa Boa, not a night in a baby so. The Kofi winning baby. Professor Smart, Obien himself, MPP Nikes. Obien himself, MPP Nuso woman, or ye Baumiani Papa, some or address me no say Namie Kennedy. Yes, Namie Kennedy Nipa, but me yet, is a MPP. But I'm a support to Kennedy because now me say between Honorable Ken and Dr. Baumiano, say the Dumedian say Honorable Ken and Sa obet edinu accent Dr. Baumia. Yemfa no tonchen. Professor Sarpong Obien himself na down for pani won to me. Enya mo wan say research crowd ye. Ebi kra na won to me sponsorship kakra crowd. Enon tonchen Kumasi nyina Obien himself Professor Sarpong ye can test on. Ye face patrons Kumasi Technical University our first name in friend K Polia Asafuhoya or ye tescon patron school work here pa will be anymore
until I researcher need the munti
me patron and that's all palm I mean be so no on kawo affiliation through bia say asama me bisa na no kra na ese enya no kre test competition or MPP
me ba cho
or your card
me prof also yeah prof
yeah
a quick response
very well if me fancy the last one you okay not to me a card bearing member so that's me the be a card bearing member no because as far as I know I have never been a card bearing member of any political party in Ghana and you're number one on me further and better particulars. I do not bear any political party card.
Patron now we anyone down
Solo no to hona I watch me be am bear party card no say a constituency by constituency national party card na me keep also regional party card whatever my other church I watch me. Now number 2, TESCON patron or not a TESCON patron. In fact, I got involved in students' activities when I became the vice dean of students. And now I'm the vice dean of students, no? Because student programs are ABNA sponsored by the MPP TESCON 4, and I'm call students program sponsored by NDC. In fact, the name of Penny Kokubwa Hen, Penny Fobe, Miami, Yami, Yatna students program, so I made a high table. So, in fact, there was a certain TESCON program where we invited the dean, students, Professor Engman. I don't need to know what Oba Kumasi Technical University,
yeah.
I am a friend to students. We are a very young professor Kakra, so the but I relate to the students very closely. Both team, both TESCON, SRC, DN, Uduskumo in the culture. And that is my response to that. Patron that TESCON, it's free. In fact, I check a meeting out some mobile but in recent years,
yeah.
I think Chairman Ishak and then one Dr. Edmond Opompepra.
Okay.
Who check the records they are the patrons in the last maybe 8 years or maybe 10 years. But before them, no others had come. And the core TESCON programs, the core team programs. In fact, the team president would not visit my office at least not less than once or twice a week. The TESCON president will pass through my office. In fact, recently, now me access to the venue for a training program. And another political party students and they asked them to come to me because when I'm able to venue first. And I said, oh, don't call me program. Maybe that for me. If you want to know, simply come to KSCU and you know how close I am to students, both NDC students or MPP students. Now look at them in Chebusa. And I have some of them, many. We still have a very good relationship.
I see.
The third one now, can't want some no. Hey, Madam Felicia Mahun to me. And you bimpa, and they can say results or no. That Mahun to me sponsorship, and I'm welcome here and maybe I'm small as a crowd. Me yes, maybe a press conference, no. Me design a flyer be. Me the 2 platforms so media houses me started so emotional. General Secretary that from say, who had in the new machine. When Humade Maoyema yeah, it means you have no knowledge about the things. And can you say some research presentation Maoyema?
Of course.
That is how far the party or Wuntimi or the secretary or whoever was far away from my research. Yes, Wuntimi and Madamfo. Yes, Solomon and Madamfo. In fact, NDC for a phenomenon. Maybe I may say cause me Madam Pa. When Francis Dodovi calls me Madam Mindayu, I pick the call. I have very useful friend, Chairman Apesi. So the namesake Niade. Anybody who knows me, Kumasi knows me, I have a very close relationship with a good number of NPP people and a good number of NDC people. Abbas, the lawyer, Honorable Fuseni. Honorable Fuseni called me immediately. I released the research, trying to understand because they know who I am and how credible my studies are. And yet politics and a better who my friends should be or who my friends should not be.
Of course.
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, Honorable Kwesi Ntechi, Miami Wafa, Fon Biu. They are inspiration to me. If you have 1% or down, these are very enviable people. Anybody will want to be like. I have been to Fon Biu's house. I have been to Kwesi Ntechi's house. I have very close relationship with the camp he comes from. And yet, anything wrong that I should have friends in NDC, I should have friends in MPP. I don't think that becomes a basis for my professorial and my research ability. So, the mission statistics. Now, we okay, no, you know, never sat in the same class with me. A doctor need surgery. I'm not sure it is because of A or B. I am a researcher. I am a professor of research. If I conduct research, and it will be limited to Adamfo Amewo. Dr. Adamfo teacher near, and it is only Dr. Bio and that is that part.
Okay.
I mean, so can another part be no. Okay, I think the metro or the membership
I think you've adequately responded. Solo, I know. I think sir, your limited discussion to that crown. We are not being fair, and I think you've been well.
The research document.
Fantastic.
Prof, with the dasene o responses are o de aba. Na membi semu bebre at the appropriate time no. Me de won sem ni nyina be ba bontin. Na onim. Me hwe yenko page 7 of the report no.
Okay.
The graph preferred political party by regions.
Yeah.
And that graph no the party wo title FSN the title no but S as it's Y as it's no on far description beyond by almost all the graphs on far description beyond by we graph no so obetumi atre the entire sa graphs na wa present on the document mu no a publish no say on publishing we konyan baby say or their mass certain individuals but or their press conference enti ne S was this ne Y as this no obetumi atre ne ewo ho the entire one throw ne ade because me build me points be answer me be send the main questions no.
And then the school power.
Why has this? That's what teaching.
That was the pattern say, "Oh, bien here." Obeho said the X axis has been labeled.
Okay.
All right. If you want to see, Obeho said Y axis.
Page 7.
Oh, the one show video. We need to one show the on video now. The X axis has a label. Oh, who not catch them here? I will follow up maybe in the next answer. But you want to say who the other is one.
Okay, solo who?
I ain't kitty be there be document now me one.
But they are labeled. But they are labeled. I could see that they are labeled.
And the visibility so be is about
but they are labeled
or there's no label.
They are labeled. I've seen that.
The sample quality no Kofi.
Yeah.
Researcher. We have quality control and quality assurance measure. We now researchers, right?
Yeah.
And now when it comes to statistics, you know, statistics all our lives from Nkwalabrima to PhD level. It is on the document, quality control and quality assurance measures are ordered to justify the claim or the above one. 87.9 will be anti-demand.
But you build the credibility from day one. So
yeah.
If you say I am a card-bearing member of a party and I say I am not, and you jump. If you say my graphs don't have ASIS labels and I say they have, and you jump, are you considering what you have to say? Those two statements are inconsistent and you got them wrong, or you're brushing over it. But the reference to also, or say sample quality. When you're additional to Kakrawaha. That's what we also select sample. A sampling is a very simple process. So we are selecting parts of the whole. All selected parts of the whole. And one is sampling. Now, the key element of a good sample, and that's a quality sample, is representativeness.
Yeah.
Representativeness. So you see, if a bare characteristics of all the elements in that population. I'm not doing this, I'm not saying this to discredit anybody's research, but there has been research done with just 80 constituencies, and Solo has not questioned that research. As if the 80 can share characteristics of 275. This research, takes into consideration all 275 constituencies. Wow. For me, characteristics of the population has been catered for. Now, say about sample size. So, mature sampling and what determines a quality sample, the representativeness. That's about size. Sample size, the adequate number to extract from the population better satisfy the minimum requirement for generalization. Ujina kakrana of fire so it can be for general population. No sample size by saying. Also your statistics, also your PhD. I am suggesting to him to maybe prove me wrong or challenge. Say, to get a voter population of 17 million like we have as a 2020. Anyone more out of that population, 13.4 million as a 2020 election figures. I'm sure he has them. It is with the Electoral Commission. The minimum sample size to represent a good sample for that population is 16,500.
Yeah.
If you have not done it, you can take some time to go and do that. But that is the minimum. Sampling, it is guided by some laws. Minimum, but for quality assurance sake and for reliability and validity of your study sake and for the stability of your study sake, the law says that the more you increase the sample, the better, because Ubuswa would be not the general population. So in this study, I do about 60,000. Which is like times 3 or times 4 the minimum required sample size. Inherently, I have taken care of quality. In fact, my result is supposed to be more stable, more reliable than any other sample or research that did not do 275 and also did not even meet the minimum sample size of 16,500. A non-sampling error. You better check it after the actuals have come, and then we check the deviation between many predicted versus the actual that has come after December 7th. Baseline surveys are not models to estimate errors. As in, now can say basically say never say. And we end-line survey. Me, I remember say last research I made and me sure say as 30 days to election, because if this is 6 or 7 months to election, this cannot be a predictive model. After campaign, nothing that the people are going to be engaged in all those things. So this is a small education to the person who asks.
Okay. So I think well answered.
It's Kofi unim baby. And some okay can sabi ase okunum de ku mframemu. Or say Obia or say why PhD, Obia why research. Yes.
No.
I
didn't say that. I didn't say that, please.
But meaning baby or PhD free or the cultural there.
Yes, fancy manco school. Or the fancy manco school.
So let's deal with the issue. Substantive.
Just teach me. I like learning.
Yeah. Some of Obia to me. 275 normal kekani nyinano. Kofi, let me tell you something. Ube to me aye that data. Now why you bias? That is, and some of me I'm trying to drive at the point. On cancer, Mr. Sama make us say you can be biased, no me boa na se me boa. You can be biased. Bias no ebet me aba say masa wakukumasi. Ubetumi ako take samples. Ubetumi akoye questionnaire. Obi enim say Ashanti region, Ofo Kumasi nkuampo a. Oko this guy, friend Muntaka Konso Aswasi a. Ubetumi enya certain responses. Oko Kejetia, ubetumi enya certain responses. Enti me pe the detailed data no say enra so o share me yina me from me the detailed data na or the year and ka all your research I have say United States all your research we are answer and conformable review no at times almost requested the detailed data no me review after the quality of the data menene ka on academic terms when you layman we na menene ka and na the American what you say what Kumasi apoye sampling here for now ye sampling no uko Ashtown uko Menchia South uko Menchia North now uko ye sample o Menchia North Menchia South uria now they are very representative Kumasi uko ye data wo even as specify wo MPP for Menchia South ye wo NDC for enti data now of fire any Oko Obuasi East, Obuasi West, anyway, yeah. We want the detailed data. Unim said ne Ukraino. Amount for bonus on fact data no crambra untimi pamba. If it is a truthful, well convincing, and then effective way, I was a Ghana for United to name MPP phone when I was a Gituma. Why are you reluctant to share your data for people to review, analyze, and then come up with questions? Because how me research waha oko present you be some questions and now present it to technical people who have the knowledge and then the credibility to ask certain technical questions to justify your
Solo, just 1 minute. I'm sorry, I need to hold you on for just a minute. I have just had a compulsory commercial.
Yeah, Madam, I like his enthusiasm, but I think that most of the questions, instead of saying I will be beside as a question, no, we are forming a mindset. Number one, okay, meaning believing in full disclosure. In saying I have disclosed everything, but I don't want to disclose. Now, who will be there? Now, be some data. So, meanwhile, in the report that back of you have, so will be a report. Obewu se me email address at home. And a matraka say the report is constituency by constituency based. In the press conference na me na Madaroma moti menimno. Me timi nya madaje nyina fa 275 constituency be presented the national and the regional outlook. And that will be a here for them better particulars in respect of a given constituency. Provided the person is maybe a stakeholder, PCB, and our party chairman will be, and it cannot be from the street. The person will simply send me an email. Me can say, if you want sending me email, I just have to make time and extract their data for them. And only ask questions and to form your own perception. I believe in full disclosure. All right, And now let me assure him that for each constituency, me visiting Mediana, a strange constituency and that's a strange region. Now, me tell baby I'm a call. I can share with him so no USD the betting up plot GPS locations now me one. Now I say whether those GPS locations fall within those constituency I'm talking about or I'm not. Now me and the perception of what for me. And he would have first be reminded that I'm a professor of research and data analysis and that and so I will be careful to do the right things as he moves. If you do own misa, but strange constituency be open no more baby familiar with. Northern or Apawon or second constituency. Let me show baby I'm a call.
Okay.
If you send me a mail, I can give you GPS locations of those places. You know the map of Ghana. You can interpolate those GPS locations onto the map, and you see whether they will not cluster around that constituency I'm talking about. Please ask questions. Don't form your own opinions about me. I'm a full disclosure. And I betray the then. Yeah, we've been at all those places before. Okay, so then let's stick to the issue.
So my main reaction. If anywhere you need, obey to me, the amount. Yeah.
I am the response now, dear man. Prof, I am the say what I say. Constituency by constituency, and I'll call you. If I talk, son, okay.
Exactly. Was it book constituency be our person will be son or the bear or be bound?
Kofi, Yanko page 6 of the report, no baseline survey. Or say, data collection for this baseline study lasted for 30 days, commencing April 1st to April 30th, 2024. On the trust,
exactly.
Now, me patrol 275 constituencies across the country.
87.9.
Now, ultimately, the 30 days. Echo all the 275 is it possible?
No, Solo, are you forgetting that research? You may not necessarily even go to feed yourself. But you may have a team deployed.
Or say, Kofi, as some more can say, Oko baby, me pacho all can uti.
The pa.
So Oko baby uti. One kasa Osman.
Solo, I think say you are getting it wrong because I don't think that Solo in US or be a wow researcher. You personally visit everywhere. I think we can give a benefit to that one.
And some man, me say, na some more kind so na me di this question no. Na osi oko baby a ono akọ baby a. Na me person who say Osman of a research team a call out and a call and also on one a call baby to say the all can one money answer.
Yeah. Yeah, Prof, Mamintiu.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think that the trend is going wrong. And if you can limit it to
it's so bad line so I think I need to reorganize. Yeah, remember told you Mami Sisi and I'm reorganizing putting me back.
Oh yeah, na me can say no direction na all corners so I go say obi a on na ye no akata nani no so wada nya ne edin pa. If you can get to specifics, I am willing and ready. Me so say ne we be say bia I am willing and ready to offer those adi. Maybe what they started there, if you see the entire conversation to populism, trying to appear to be strong.
Prof. Sarpong, data quality was America.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So let me arrange in a minimum another conversation on this. Unfortunately, my time no I may be compelled to wrap up. But
the 30 days,
so I'll call you on this. I'm very sorry.